Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today we are here with Anthony the Ant card kit. So we have already made 5 cards using this kit, so if you haven't seen that is up on my channel. So these are the 5 cards, absolutely beautiful, loving them. And we're going to make another 5 today. So I want to work with, I'm not sure if I'm going to be working with the flowers, because I think I want to keep all of these 3D, and those flowers would actually look really nice on a canvas. Let me just grab my card bases out. Right, I want to grab some of this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the stencil out, and I'm going to grab some fine, oh, they're fabric ones. Right, let me get my fine liners out and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I've got my gel pens here, and what I want to do is I want to do a couple of these fairground things in my gel pens. You can use gel pens or you can use I'm thinking I want purple, or you can use ink, but I haven't done this in forever. So what I am going to, the plan is I'm going to do these and then I'm going to cut them out. So I'm just going in and colouring it all out. So I think, colouring all the bits in. So I think what I'll do for this bit is I'm going to pop you guys on speed up while I do this, because I'm going to do the Ferris wheel, and I want to call this a slide, but I think it might be like a popcorn machine or something. But yeah, we are going to just enjoy ourselves using our gel pens, things that I haven't used in a very long time, and just have a play. So yeah, so enjoy this bit and then we'll come back and we will assemble our card. we are back. So I ended up using like a teal blue and pink and purple gel pens on that, and I think they've turned out really well. So I have cut them out, so that is done. So let me just get rid of those. Okay, right, card base. I need a card base. Oh, there they are. Right, okay, I want to use this one. I want the teal background, so I'm going to use this floral one, and I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5.5. So that's the size I'm going to use. So I'm going to grab my glue and we're going to glue this down. So I did leave this. There we go. Let's glue that. Right, and then I'm going to stick that down because I just think that these will pop really nicely on here. Yeah, they look really, really good. It's actually looking so much better than I was expecting, which is fabulous. And then I am thinking that we're just going to have Anthony Ant just there. Do I want to put Anthony on? Or the only other thing I was thinking of was maybe have the bird. No, we're going to put Anthony on. Right, okay, so I'm going to glue this down. So that's going to go up here. And then we're going to glue this one down. Okay, like so. And then that's just going to go there. He does look like he's a fairground ride attendant, doesn't he? He looks fabulous. Right, okay. Just glue all of that, and then we're going to pop him there. Now, oh, I think, have I used character? Because he is a character in this. Let's see if I've used it. I've got a feeling I might have done. Yeah. Right, okay. Let's have him as... Have I got charming? No. Why have I used them all? I don't actually. I might not have had character. Yes, I did. I used it on a different one. Right. Which one? Which one? What about authentic? Let's use that one. Okay. So just going to go and cut that out like so, and then I am actually going to just put like a little angle on that end, and then we're going to just put that there like that. That looks so good. I love that. How simple is that? So he is off to the fairground. Actually, he's running the fairground, so yeah, get a discount on your rides. Okay, so that is our first card for this video. Let's go on to our second one, and I'm going to use, let's use the lime green, and I'm just going to cut this down. So I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5.5. Let's glue that down, and then on this one I think we're just, this is going to be a super simple card. Like, you're not going to get any simpler than this, because we are going to use him in his picture frame. We're going to raise him up, so let me just put some foam on the back of him, just like so. Okay, pieces in the middle. There we go. Let's take these off. So I mean, this is like the most easiest card, and it's perfect if you're sort of running out of time. This would be absolutely perfect to do a quick card. Right, okay. I mean, it'd be even quicker if you did a 6x6, because you would just stick the paper down and then pop this on with your sentiment. So then, oh, I should have cut that out, but never mind. Okay, so then I'm going to stick that down. So we've got some, what do you call it there? And then we're going to have, what am I going to have? Oh, let's have grateful. I think that one will be a good one to have. So I'm just going to cut that out. Yeah. And then we're going to stick that down. And when I say it's so simple, that's what I'm talking about. Super simple. You do not need anything else for that. If you want to add a couple of gems on, you can. Maybe, where's the packs of gems? Maybe we could add a couple of the flowers on. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add some of the flowers on so that it really isn't as it isn't as simple as that. We're doing something. There we go, but you don't need to. We're just doing it because we can, and we have the bits there to do it. So that is card number 2, a very, very quick and easy card. Let's go on to our next one. Now I'm going to use some of these cut off bits. So let's make sure these are cut down to 5.5. So that is, I think this one is, no it isn't. So put that down to 5.5, and I'm going to stick these 2 down. Just like that. There's our first bit, and then we're going to stick this piece down. Make sure we've got it's lined up and we've got the same sort of border. It will overlap, but that's fine. There we go. So there is that. That actually looks really good. And then I think, do I want to use the picture frame? Part of me wants to use the picture frame again because I think it works out quite nice, but we cut out one of these flowers to go over it. So let me cut this out like this. Okay. Yeah, hopefully this will work out quite nicely. I am hoping. Like this. Okay, right, there we go. So what I'm thinking is that can sort of go over like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. So let's glue this down. So this one isn't going to go up on any dimension, but I am going to put that flower up on dimension. I'm just going to put him in this right hand corner. Let's grab our dimension, and then let's put some of this on, just like so. Okay, I'm going to just take off that release paper. Oh, another 3, 2, 1. There we go. And that's just going to go just there, like that. Now I do have 2 of these left, which is perfect because we're going to put one in here, like that, and we've got there, which this one can go in just like that. And then to finish up, we just want a nice word, which I think I'm gonna have that happy. Okay, so cut that down, straighten this up because that is a bit wonky. I'm going to do that at an angle, and we're just going to have that going across there. Actually, there we go, just like that. And then we have our third card That is so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Right, okay, let's get on to our next one. This time, let's do some matting and layering. I'm going to use some of this for our main piece. So let's do that at 3 3/4 by 5.5. And then I want some of our gorgeous leaf one. I'm going to do that at 3 1/4 by 5. Okay, and then that's going to go on there just like that. And then I'm going to cut that flower out because we're going to use that flower. What else have we got? I don't know what size this is. So 2 1/2. So it'll be by 4 1/4, I'm assuming. So I'm just, yeah, right, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to have it like that, so that it's sort of all close to this corner. So something a little bit different, although I'm thinking that maybe this one would have been a better choice. About, yeah, I think for colours, this one, but right, do you know what, let me cut this out while I'm thinking, because I don't think I'm going to use that blue one. I'm actually tempted not to use any of them because I definitely want this flower on. So just going all the way around like so. And I love these flowers, they are so easy to cut out. Right, okay, so just like that and like that. And then I was thinking that we can bring, right, let's start gluing it down. I'm not going to change my mind, so we're just going to, actually, I'm very tempted now to put those flowers on. Right, I'm sort of changing my mind as we're going, which isn't a good thing. Not used to, I normally just go with what I first think, but yeah, there's so many things just running through my head right now of what I would like to do. Right, that's just going to go in that corner like that, because I do think, now I do have my glue gun, so are you, no, you're not plugged in. Let's plug my glue gun in because we're definitely going to use it. We're going to make a 3D card with these. Okay, so now these, I'm going to cut these down because we don't need that stalk bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these like this. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in these white flowers. So we're just going to have, I think I might just have the 3 of them actually. Is that on? It is on. Yes, so I completely changed everything there of what I was going to do. Now the other thing I was thinking of, which I think might be quite nice, is actually to have the mushrooms in. Do you know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to have the mushrooms poking the heads out. I'll just have 2, just like that. Yeah, I really like that. So that's what we're going to do. I do need another glue stick because it looks as though, yeah, that one's about to run out. Okay, and then, okay, so that one's going to stick there. So this is going to be very different to what we would normally do, but I like different. Just going to pop a little bit on, and it's just to tack them into place so they don't move. So for this one, I do get asked quite regularly, what do I do for envelopes? So for this one, I would just get an A5 envelope and use that as a way of sending this out. The other thing that you can do is you could actually, in fact, wrap it with some wrapper paper, which I've done as well. But I don't make any special envelopes. I just go to the next size up. So I'm just popping some glue around the edges of these, just so that it all sort of sits flat. Right, there we go. If it wants to, but I don't think it wants to. Right, and then that one can go in there. Oh, I like that. Okay, and then this one just there. Oh, that is perfect. Perfect. And I'm gonna go with Joyful, I think. No, Independent. So I like that. So let's do that. Okay, and I am just going to use my glue gun for this, just because we've got it coming out. Right, and I have turned it off. And then this is just going to sit on there like that. Oh, I think this might actually be one of my favourite cards. It's so different. I'm loving it. I absolutely love that. Right, there you have it. That is absolutely stunning. Yeah, I just love it. Anyway, that is a card number 4. So we're on to our final one. Let me tidy up and then we'll come back. Okay, we're back. So for our final card, let's have a look. I think I want to use this gorgeous mint specialty card. So it's like a pearlized mint colour, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to cut it down just like I did with the rest. So 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Sorry. Either a honeybee or a bluebell's just flown in. We've got loads of honeybees at the minute. It's making me think that there's a nest nearby. Anyway, I'm going to stick this down. Now the bit that I sort of cut and then decided not to use on the other card, I am going to use this. So we're going to cut this down, and I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4. I'm sorry about the noise. The doors are wide open because we are currently sitting at 28 degrees here in the studio. It is boiling and it is lovely, but as you can hear, we do have some sirens. Okay, so I'm going to stick that just at the bottom. Now this is the ephemera that I've got left. I did cut a few bits out as well, and what I'm going to do is actually use these mushrooms because I love them. And then I did cut out these bits of flowers from the scrap bits of paper because I didn't want to waste. So I'm going to use those just like this, just to add just that little something else. And then I'm going to pop these on. Okay, so I could have one there, and then I'm going to put the other one just there. We do have our little bird. I'm going to raise our little birdie up. Okay, just like this. Get rid of this release paper, and it comes off really easily. So I did have some stuff that, oh my goodness, it just wouldn't remove itself at all. So I just used to give up and put glue on, but this stuff seems to be quite nice. So that's just going to go there. I do have some gems, but before I do the gems, I'm going to do healthy, I think. Okay, so just cutting that down. Let's pop, yeah, just like that. And then to finish this off, I am going to grab 3 of these flat back pearls, if I can get them open. There we go. Oh, I got 4 out there. We don't want 4. And then I'll pop them back in the card kit. Right, what did I do with my, there it is, my gem picky up tool. Oh, so 1, 2 and 3. There we go. And there we have our final card for today. So let me get everything tidied up, and then I'll bring all the cards in from this video and my previous video using this kit, and you can see exactly what we've made. Okay, so here we are. Here the 10 cards I have made using this card kit. I'm loving them. I still got quite a bit left as well in the kit, but I really am pleased with how these have turned out. I have got a couple of favorites. This one is definitely one of my favorites. Absolutely loving this one, and I would say these two as well. So I think they're my favorites from them all, but yeah, it is actually quite hard to choose, but they're just so pretty and perfect. Hope you've enjoyed this video, seeing it come together. Lady, please get off the, yes, I'm talking to you. She's trying to get my ruler. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. I will be back soon with another video, but until then, please do take care and happy crafting. Bye.